most disgusting aftertaste. But, I mean, take what tastes good. I know that made it sound bad, but it's like, and then I don't know why the aftertaste does that. It's just like, but no, like, it's not really feeling. Just take a sip. Oh. 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 Disgusting. Oh. Oh. I know, right? It's the weird aftertaste. Oh. Oh, I know. But I can taste all the spices. Yummy. Yummy. Sorry. Oh, I had to do something. And we are live. We are live. Fast forward if you're impatient. Welcome to everybody new. Welcome to everybody old. Welcome back. I have to put my precious jewels on before I start, so I can. There we go. I feel better. Okay. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're new, like I said, welcome. Only take what resonates. That's a very big thing, okay? All right, Neptune, third house, Leo. Supernatural. Illusions. Clarity after illusions. Third house. Why do I feel like that's Cancer? Gemini. Communication. Ooh, Mercury energy. Third house. And then Leo. It's like overcoming illusions. Work illusions? I don't know. Maybe you think something's going to pay off, and they're like, it is not going to pay off. Like, I don't know why you keep trying. And that's what sucks, is because, like, people will try until the day they die sometimes on something that they feel like they want to do. Actually, I don't know if I like this one. All right, give me this Neptune. What are we illusion to? Illusions. So 3 of Cups, the Empress, the 10 of Swords. Friendships that hurt us. Friendships that leave us to die. Igniting! What's going on, homie? Looks like you're the only one up in his. It's just for you, homie. It's just for you, baby. Okay, 4 Cups, like 3 of Cups, 4 Cups. I'm thinking that somebody thinks this is the illusion. Is like somebody thinks that they have friends that they don't. You know, like these friends will leave you for dead. They possibly already have. That's what's crazy. Is like, you know, all those people, like they'll just get fucking abused and abused and abused, just time and time and time again. And they say that that's what, you know, that's what you have to do for a relationship. You have to get abused. You have to do things you don't want to do. And it's like, in what nightmare? Like, do you have to do things you don't want to do in a relationship? Like, is it that bad? Like, they're making you do something that bad? Then, like, call the cops. But, like, I mean, realistically, you know what I mean? Call the spiritual police. Oh, for some reason, every time I start these readings, my back starts to hurt. I don't know if someone's having back problems. Oh my God. Fuck. Okay. Indica, into sheets. Lay down. Chill. It's like maybe somebody needs to find their own vibe, you know? Like, get away from these people. 4 of Joints in reverse. I feel like they won't do that. Oh, Judgment underneath that. 7 of Wands. Why do I feel like this person wants to be a martyr? You know, like they're going to die for their cause. They would die for their friends, but their friends won't die for them. You know, it's like this person is getting played. This person is getting played. There's the Fool. I didn't even realize that. Fool right underneath it. See, there's that hole in the bag. Friggin' idiot. Shit's just flying out of there and somebody thinks that they're perfectly fine, you know, like, but something's slipping. It's like someone's not getting the full message. Like, messages are slipping out, you know, and it's going to end up hurting somebody in the long run because, I mean, like, think of it this way. If you're a drug dealer and all your drugs are falling out the bottom of the bag while you're walking around, like, you ain't going to get very far, you know, like, let's be real here. And then to die for the cause, it's like, you'll just be a martyr all by yourself. Because you think it's something that's going to ease your pain. Like, your friends ease your pain. Your friends make it okay. But, like, your friends, no. It's not the wrong idea of, like, what friendship is. Or what relationships are, you know? Somebody keeps looking for something new and they're just, I don't know. It's like every time you can't talk to your spouse, you go and you try to make a new friend. It's like, what are you doing? Knight of Cups in reverse. Eight of Cups. I get so confused because bongs are cups and joints are wands, and I get confused, people. So this, to me, I think that somebody needs to walk away. They need to, you know, just because there's an invitation there doesn't mean you have to take it. Like, walk away. Learn to walk away. Hey, that's what it is. Learn when to go home. Learn when to walk away. Learn when to call it a night. There's another party card. Like, somebody just can't stop partying if they tried. They always want to party with somebody, right? And, like, this is an analogy, so use it the way, you know, that it fits, if it does. It's like you're being used because you won't go home. Like, go home. Spirit is like, go home. King of Bongs. So there's the King of Cups that just showed up. And then the Sun. it's like, I almost feel like Spirit is saying, like, you're so much stronger than what you appear. Like, you're being weak with these people, or like you're giving out for pussy or something. You're giving out to this empress who doesn't deserve it. She says she's your friend, but really she would leave you to die if that was, you know, but you're willing to die for her, but like she doesn't even call you. Like, I'm trying to drink this imported drink because it has like cloves and cinnamon and stuff in it. I'm kind of actually starting to get used to it now. It's so bitter. Oh, star anise. You know, it's getting better on my tongue now. This is what it is. I don't advertise anything, but like, if you have halitosis, let me tell you, this would clear your halitosis up, because cloves kill bacteria in your mouth. I'm just saying, someone's got a dirty mouth. And I don't think I'm not saying like literally you have dirty mouth, but parasites are so powerful, especially if you eat a lot of meat. You get a lot of parasites in your mouth that live in your gums. You can do parasite cleanses and stuff with your mouth, but if you drink like cloves, cinnamon in your latte, stuff like that, like cinnamon, oh man, do they ever kill parasites? Holy shit. Spices are really good killing parasites, especially go overseas and stuff. You get upset stomach. Woo! Cinnamon will cure that shit. So, I don't know. I think we're done the message. 12:27. Let's just call that a show. Someone's got to trust their instincts and stop following their friends. That's what I'm getting, because they're illusioned by these friendships. And maybe that's why it's strength, Leo energy, because you have to step into your power, you know, that you don't need people around. Like, just because you have a crowd around you does not make you popular, does not make you better than anybody. I feel like the more people have around them, the more distracted they get, right? People who are lone wolves, people that hang out by themselves, they tend to have a lot more clarity than people who hang around in crowds, because the crowds speak for you sometimes, you know, like you got to find your own voice. And possibly get your back looked at. Because, like, I know why my back hurts. Because there's an actual reason why it hurts. But, like, usually I can sit and do a reading and my back doesn't bother me. But lately my back's been bothering me, so. Get your back looked at if you haven't already. You know what I mean? So many people have scoliosis. There's like 80% of us walking around out there with scoliosis. All right? Twisted fucking backs, walking around, and you get these headaches, and then one of your legs starts getting higher than the other one, and like your whole body will start to shift because of your back and your scoliosis. Let me tell you, scoliosis is a motherfucking bitch. I have it stage 4 in my spine, 2 or 3 different places, something like that. I don't know. I'm going to be like a little fucking vegetable soon. I'm just going to start shrinking. I'm gonna shrink. Okay. I got the horror crawlers on, and I'm like looking at this circle here, and I just got that movie Saw. You know that movie Jigsaw? And you know, that thing that goes around and around and around? Penguin has one of those too. Why am I getting a clown? Clown? A doll? Oh God, is this Annabelle? I mean, not really the same thing, but like she has a baby, you know, like kind of doll-like. Animal Instincts. Evil Dead. Warrior. Okay, maybe this is like almost kind of rolling into the first one, where with Rosemary's Baby, everybody, she's having Satan's child, right? It's a big deal. They need this baby to be born. Okay, but they're also willing to like kill her and discard her as long as the baby gets born. They make her fucking crazy. I gotta rewatch that movie again because I haven't watched it for a while, and it's on my Prime, so I should watch it. Maybe I'll do some research today. I'm gonna rewatch that movie. But what I can remember is that she starts to feel crazy. She starts to like go into her head because she's a lone woman, right? So she starts to like hang out with people in the building and stuff because they start coming around. Remember that dude that makes her the smoothies, or someone makes her smoothies every day? It's got stuff in it. I can remember that. Yeah, maybe that old lady's the one that, I don't know, somebody makes her something every day because she won't eat. She's just throwing up all the time. And then with animal instincts, I'm like, okay, you need to follow your instincts, like if you're throwing up or something like that, that could be your anxiety coming out, telling you that something's wrong. Like if I know that something's wrong, generally I won't eat. I'll have a hard time eating. Like most things, like I'll have the appetite, but then when I go to eat, I like start to, almost like feel like I'm going to throw up because my nerves, right? Someone's nerves are on the edge for some reason. Anxiousness. And they're trying to like follow your instincts. If you feel like you have to fight against people's energy just to keep your own, then do it, right? There's clearings that you can do, Reiki sessions that you can do that keep your energy focused on you. So then, people, they always try to get a piece. They always call in, text in, messaging, always trying to get a piece of you. Right? You got to be careful with people like that because, the more you give out, the more people expect. Right? And then if you notice that these people that are wanting so much from you are like almost the exact opposite, right? Then why would you give them anything? Like you got, someone's got to use their instincts. Again, illusion, something, you're being illusioned. There's dinner, eyes without a face, and invasion of the body snatchers. So we've got, people trying to take you over. People that, maybe they want your fucking face. Maybe they want to look like you. Maybe they're hanging out with you because they want to try to steal your style, figure out how you do everything. It's like, basically what's so funny is this card, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right? The whole dinner card is about somebody wanting, you should really look how the sausage is made, like don't just throw it in your mouth. You may want to take a look at all the shit that's added to that before you just go throwing it in your mouth. Okay, that's literally, and I was going to say, somebody wants to see how the sausage is made, which means okay, I dated this guy back in the day. He was a cop, Toronto cop. Seen the worst, been through the worst. Okay, this guy had nightmares like you wouldn't fucking believe. And his friends, okay, all of his friends, still high school friends, still high school buddies, but they all did way too much coke, like way too much coke. I've never done that. I have Crohn's disease, so I can't partake in party drugs, okay? And lucky for me, thank gosh. So when, at the end of our stage of dating, he was really starting to notice that, because his friends, we were at a party. I was working at this golf course. They all came, partied at this golf course with me while I was working. And this guy gave me a bunch of mushrooms. And we all ended up at this party. And this guy I dated, his friends were part of a sexual assault against me. Okay, because these guys had partied so much, all hockey guys, right? Fucking one of them badly assaulted me while I was in bed with my boyfriend, okay? So he started, after that happened, he started really taking a look at his friends. And I was like, you need to, like, this can't happen anymore. Like, you can't be hanging out with dudes that are fucking assaulting women when they're asleep. Like, this is fucking disgusting. Like, I had hung out with these guys for years. Okay, it's a small town. Hung out with these guys for years, and nothing had ever happened. And I didn't even see, any girl talk about them, nothing. But I don't know, mentalities of people sometimes. Sometimes you don't know that something happened to you if you're that fucking far gone, that passed out. You're never going to wake up. Have you ever seen the movie Kids? Okay, fucking Casper. Like, it's fucking disgusting what dudes will do, okay? Like, because they're the ones in the power, right? So, anyways, after that happened, he was like, okay, I need to figure out who my friends are and who my friends aren't. And I was like, well, however way you do that experiment, I hope it fucking works out for you. So what he did was he would call his friends over, one friend at a time, say he had a bunch of blow, and, you know, there was like a hockey game on or something like that. And they would go and they sit in his garage. He'd get the beer out. He'd always say he had beer, right? And then they'd be like, well, where's the blow? Where's the blow? And he'd be like, oh, yeah, by the way, I don't have it. Like, I lied to you. I'm sorry. Like, I want to have a drug-free evening. Like, let's just have a couple beers and watch the game. And he said, I think he did this with like 10 guys or 11 different friends of his. Only 2 of them stayed. There was like 2 or 3 of them, maybe even only 1. He's like, Whitney, everybody left. Everybody. Once they realized people, they'd have a chug of their first beer. He goes, ask me where the blow is instantly. And I would say, no, they would just get up and walk away. And I'm like, but these were your friends. He goes, exactly. Were they my friends? And I'm like, well, at least you figured it out. However way that you need to figure out if people are there with you or if they're just there because of what you have. Right? Because that's the thing. Eyes without a face. People will wear a different face. They will put on whatever face that you want them to put on in order for them to be in your energy, in your, in your money, in your comfort. Right? And I think a lot of them, it's, like, I think you can tell. I mean, I don't know. I can't even really say that for sure because he sure couldn't tell who was his friend and who wasn't. Right? But he knew the party favor. So either he was going to have friends or he was going to be the party favor. And he realized that majority of the situation, he's the party favor. Okay? So if you really want to see what your friends are made of, if you really want to see what people are made of, then put them through the test, right? Start seeing how their shit is made. Start seeing what they do, how they react, right? Because how else are you going to know? There's Frankenstein and then birds. Because you know what? I do feel like with fake friends, they come and they go. Like they'll come in, have their show, and then they're gone, right? It's not all day, every day that they want your energy. They only want it at certain points. But when they want it all. Okay? You can't give your energy to somebody else and you're going to take it away from them. And they don't want that. Okay? So that's why you'll see, like, I don't know if this is male energy because I do feel like males... At the same time, chicks do it, but guys do it too. All of a sudden, somebody starts seeing a chick, bringing a girl around, and, they start hating on her, calling shit out, saying shit about her. So then their friend doesn't date her because they want their friends and only their friends. And like, you'll find that with high school buddies, people that you played sports with, people that you grew up with. Unfortunately, either it's 50-50. Either they grow up and they grow with you and they change and they evolve and they are great people, or they stay in high school. They stay 16 years old and they expect you to stay there because they're there, right? What up, Wolfgang? Okay, right? You're there, they're there, so why not stay in high school? People are comfortable in high school, and I even know this guy who I dated, kind of briefly dated in the past, who is now dating a chick who's like over 20 years younger than him. Like, that's like, he's 40, she's 20. Like, that's disgusting. She's a baby. She talks like a baby. She acts like a baby. She fucking looks like a baby. Chick doesn't even have hips. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is he doing going anywhere near that shit? It's disgusting. It's pedophilia in my mind. Okay, you're that far off somebody's age. Come on. Like, it'd be different if you were 40, they were 60. Okay, because you've got that age gap is better. It's people have lived 40. A chick 20 years old has not lived. They just graduated high school. They probably still live with their mom. You know what I mean? Like, that's dangerous. Like, if you got friends around you that are dating fucking little girls, okay, but they're 19 or they're 18, like, you got to get away from that shit because that shit's going to get you in trouble. You know why? Because with 18-year-olds come 17-year-olds and 16-year-olds. And now you're like, do I have to card every single bitch around me? I don't know who, like, and this guy came to my bar one day with his like 12-year-old girlfriend, and I almost carded her. I had to ask his friend. I was like, how old is this bitch? Because I swear to fucking God, if you tell me she's 18, I'm fucking getting her out of here right now. He's like, well, she's 22. And I'm like, fucking chick looks like she's 14 years old. Honestly, she had more makeup on than a fucking doll. Okay. Like, these chicks, just to make themselves look older, tell them to take all their makeup off. Then you'll be able to tell how old they are. Okay, honestly, you got to be careful. Like, dudes got to be careful out there. Okay, in the world of fucking pussy, let me tell you, I was 14 years old telling guys that I was 18, 19 years old. Okay, and I'm gonna release this, and it's not the greatest thing, but I was massively manipulated as a child, also sexually abused. So you can imagine how sexually aroused I was my whole life. Okay, like it's still a problem to this day, my libido. Okay, it's like a dude's libido. It's horrible. So when I was growing up, I had a lot of sexual attraction towards older guys all the time. Older guys. I was grade 3. I was in love with a grade 7. I was always older men because that's who took advantage of me. Older men. So I sought love in older men. Okay. Think about this with my friend. Okay. Why is that girl dating a 45-year-old dude? It doesn't make sense. Okay. It's something's fucking wrong. So anyways, I was like 14 years old, 14, 15. I started dating a guy who was 20, right? 19 or 20 anyways. I told him I was 18, or if not 17 or 18. I told him I was over 16 anyways. And he was my first. And let me tell you, when he found out that I had lied about my age, because he found out I lied about my age maybe 2 or 3 years later. So then you have to go, like, I had to put my body and mind in his shoes all of a sudden. And I thought to myself, you were a fucking 20-year-old guy and you fucked like a 14-year-old. Like, I almost threw up. And when I'm actually kind of still like friends with him, which was, it's nice because it clears our conscience of like what we did as children. And I had to apologize to him so many times because he was like, Whitney, you made me feel like a dirty, disgusting old man. And I'm like, I am so sorry. Like, you don't realize that, yeah, you know, you're the one lying about your age, but that person is believing you. Like they put the faith in you that you're not lying, right? And then you lie. And it's just like, I scarred him. Honestly, I scarred him for so long. We didn't talk for about 5 years. I mean, I was 14. Okay. So we didn't talk for like maybe 5-10 years, something like that. When I finally started talking to him again as an adult and we had the conversation and he released his fucking anger on me for lying to him. At the same time, I mean, we were having a drink. So he was like, you know, he was smiling and being like, you fucking son of a bitch. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, he's like, it took me a long time not to fucking hate you. And I was like, I get it. Like, I don't, honestly, you do things when you're younger and you don't realize that I could have got him in trouble. Like, I could still technically get him in trouble. Like the world these days, you know, like, but I mean, there has to be a whole thing. And obviously we go to trial, but I would never do that. But like, you never know, you know, like these bitches now are coming back to these things that happened 20 years ago and they're crying wolf. They're calling cops. They're saying something was wrong. Like, I was a kid. Why did this adult take advantage of me? And like, I couldn't say that about him because he didn't take advantage of me. Right? Even though I was 14, he didn't know that I was. I was very willing teenager that he thought I was, right? So when these women go back and they try to charge these males or they go back and they look at these situations, it's like, you have to look at, you know, that guy didn't know. Like, how was he supposed to know? You said it was okay. Things in the 90s were different, okay? Let me tell you, the 90s and the early 2000s were not what this shit is now. Like, if we wouldn't get away with anything, which is why people are going to court now, because shit that happened 20 years ago when nobody was looking, because everything was so fucking easy breezy. It's the 80s, you know, like nobody gave a fuck. But now it's like, well, I care. You know, it was my body. And it's like, there is a statute of limitations that I do know because you can't go back 30, 40 fucking years and charge somebody, you know, on something. But the thing is that you need to get over it. You know, like you need to, like, I needed to re-talk to him as an adult to make him feel better about what I did because I'm the one that fucked up. You can call him a cradle robber, anything you want. I lied to him. That's not his fault. Okay, but if you want to play that game in your head that now all of a sudden you're the victim that was the antagonizer to begin with, you got to watch when you switch those roles because I antagonized him. I did things to him. I called him up. I'm not saying that I fucking chained that motherfucker down or anything like that, okay? But I definitely chased. Okay. And maybe he shouldn't have let me chase. Maybe he, you know, he was 19. Like, how old, how smart are you supposed to be at that age? That's why I'm like, why is a 20-year-old dating a 45-year-old? That's not okay. Okay. That is childhood abuse. Like, something happened to that girl for her to want to date such an older dude. Like, that's not okay. Like, she should be finding people her own age attractive. Why is she not? And why is that 45-year-old man finding a 20-year-old attractive? Because he was about 23, 24 when that bitch was born. He could have been her daddy twice. So that's pretty fucking, you know, like, you got to think about sometimes the mentality of people. Okay. And that's where we're going to. That's why this is basically what this whole reading is about, is instincts. Trust your fucking instincts. Your gut is telling you, hey, you may want to check where the sausage is being made because maybe someone's fucking lying. May want to check if someone's lying. Not just, oh, spirit is out to get me, or my friends are out to get me, and they think you're lying, and they just don't want me to have a good sex life, or they just don't want me to have a life. No. We're worried about your mental health, okay? Like, because why would you do and put yourself at risk? You know, like, I just don't understand it, right? But some people, okay, they are honestly, like, almost systematically possessed, right? They see it all around and they do it. And it's just like, monkey see, monkey do. Like, you know, everybody got a 9 to 5 and fucking so did you. Like, but are you happy? No. Okay. Yes, old men find young girls attractive because they can't get the ones their age because they're fucking perverts. They think they're too good. Oh, old washed up women. Old washed up women, they're the same age as you. If anything's old and washed up, may want to look at yourself. Okay, so definitely someone's got to, you know, realize possibly, you know, what's going on around them. Maybe they're being played. Maybe you need to look at something. Sometimes you need to do your fucking research, okay? And I don't know, double check your information, right? Like, I love doing that shit. Somebody was talking to me the other day. I double checked his facts. Why not? Like, I'm not going to just say that someone's telling me the truth. Why? It's because anybody can lie, especially on social media. There's fucking fake accounts everywhere. There's fucking robots texting you, sending you messages. You know how many times I get a text message from a Yellow Wolf impersonator telling me that he is so thankful that I am his fan and blah, blah, blah. I should send him my demos because I'm an artist. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Send you my demos? Okay. Oh, wait, you think you're talking to everybody else because you're a fucking robot. Okay, just be careful. Be careful with your friends, because even your friends are fucking, like I said, systematically controlled, which means they're fucking robots, right? Anything else? Ooh, this one. Forbidden. Candyman. Forbidden. You know, Spirit sets us up with a lot of tests in our life, and it's to show our character. You know, will we go for the 20-year-old, right? Or will we do what's best, hook them up with another 20-year-old and walk away and wait for a fucking grown-up? Or will we date the child, right? It's like, I don't know, you might be coming up face-to-face, toe-to-toe, fucking Benzino here coming in on something that you're not supposed to touch. You're not supposed to go near it. And if honestly, you'll know that you're not supposed to go near something if you have to chase it. If you have to chase it, you shouldn't be going anywhere near it, because people aren't to be chased. You know what's supposed to be chased? Dogs when they get off a leash. Okay. And even still, don't chase a dog off a leash. Make them come to you. Okay. Don't chase things. I guess don't chase. Chasing is not going to get you anywhere. Really isn't. Only little boys and little girls want to be chased or do the chasing. Okay. Because it excites them. And oh my God. Okay. Boogeyman, Michael Myers. I'm telling you. I mean, he's a lone wolf walking around. Love. Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein came out. I find that very peculiar. You know, because Frankenstein, he's out there. He's been, you know, devised to fucking destroy everybody and destroy everything. And then really he just wants to love. You know, really he just wants to give that little girl a flower and just be the nicest thing in the world. But they're like, kill, kill, kill. And he's like, no, you fucking kill. You want to kill so bad, you fucking do it yourself. Okay? Find somebody else to do your dirty work. And that's what it is. Be Satan, date my children, crucify my children, desecrate my children, fuck up my children. So then as they grow, they'll fuck up their children, and then they'll fuck up their children. And then we're just in this huge massacre of fucked up kids that will all just pray to Satan every night. You know, like, ugh, that sounds like a bad movie. You know, like, honestly, talk about movies. Seems like a bad movie in my mind. Like, somebody's got to just notice that people are wearing a mask and like eyes without a face. Like, your friends are changing faces. They're changing on you. Okay. And you got to escape this Pan's Labyrinth, right? You got to get away from this. You got to get away from these people. Get away from this lifestyle. Something is hurting you. And, you know, like, after her mom dies, you know, the fawn takes her away. She can't be left with the Capitan. Are you kidding? She's gonna fucking die. Okay? She's not gonna make it. She's imaginative. She's a little girl. Her whole life is before her. She can't get left with a fucking Nazi running fucking Capitan who thinks his fucking shit doesn't sink and that women are awful. He's against women the entire time. And then in the very end, he's like, oh, my downfall, you found it. Women. Yeah, exactly. Like, you're fucking narcissist, fucking piece of shit. Like, you can't fucking see a woman if you tried, and the woman is the thing that's fucking killing you. So I don't know, maybe there's like somebody in a relationship where like the woman is just controlling everything, and like, I don't know. Or maybe you need to get out of these friends and you need to get with a woman. You need to get in a relationship. You need to get away from these people, right? Because these people are using you in some way, and they're not even showing you their true colors. They're lying, and they're forbidding you from getting to where you really need to be. People are going to be scared of you. I mean, if whoever this person is, I mean, you continue down this road, you could get arrested. Like, you could get, you know, you could end up all alone with nobody. When it's like, just because they all jump off the bridge doesn't fucking mean that you have to. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard, you know? Like, Grief, Pet Cemetery. I was going to go watch one of these sons of bitches movies, and every single one of them you have to fucking purchase. Can you believe that? I'm like, not one of them is for free right now. Not one of them. Not even with a subscription to another channel I can watch one for free. Fucking assholes. They just want your money. I don't know. Maybe somebody wants your money. Maybe your friends want your money. You know, maybe you got money and your friends come in every time, you know. They know that you get payday. Like, I don't know, something like that. Fucking seems like it sucks because it seems like they come in like a fucking pack of vultures and then they leave as soon as they get everything that they want, you know. And they won't let you die. Pet Cemetery, they won't let you die. They won't let you just move on. They won't let you have a life. They won't let you. And to say that they won't let you means that you're enabling these people to control your life. Possibly, if this makes sense. But not you really listen to me love so bad. We're going deep today, people. Lauren, what's going on, girl? Aww. Are you the one that does the pornos? I'm pretty sure, right? Itchy nose. Nice to see some new faces, but yet old faces. You can't swear, Lauren. No. Okay, well, I showed them. Hopefully everybody else can see your messages now. They got fucking... When did that happen? That's okay. If you swear, they're just... YouTube is just going to hide it. Like, they don't like the word porn. They don't like the word sex. They will block your ass. You got to be clean. I got to change that setting because, like, really, I don't give a fuck if you guys swear, but, like, I think it's on a community setting or something. I'm going to have to change it because you guys just swear way too much. I can't get you to stop, and then I can't read the message. We're in the middle of a heat stroke, heat dome, heat something. So I'm almost going to call it quits. 4022. Woo. Because, like, I just start to get dizzy. And I'm starting to get a little dizzy. Okay, last message. Think what resonates and leave the motherfucking rest behind. Woo! Okay, very interesting reading coming through here. We have conspiracy theories, we have the work card, and we have the twist of events. The twista card. Okay, and then the card I just pulled is the Pandora. Okay, good old Pandora's box. And then underneath, I can't deny it, it's a big, beautiful black cat. Okay? So, here we go. There's a twist of events happening with somebody's work. Okay? Lauren, pay attention. Okay? Just in case. I mean, the more effort you put into your work, the more you will benefit. Okay? So basically, we're opening up Pandora's box right now, trying to figure out, and I mean, what's in Pandora's box is somebody's work. Okay? And the thing is that I feel like possibly there could be some type of something that's been covering up your work. Okay. Whether or not it's witchcraft or it's just possibly computer malfunction, you know, with YouTube and stuff. YouTube, I've noticed over the years, is it's like a high and low. Like, they'll let your channel go viral and then they'll kind of stop it. And then they'll let it go viral again and they'll stop it. Okay, YouTube's like an up and down. Okay, because there's so many channels. I think they like basically, I mean, if you're, especially with tarot channels, I think they do a wave, you know, of who can have their video shown and who can't, right? Just so that almost everybody gets it. I don't know. I don't really know if that's how it happens, but I feel like it's a wave. It's always a wave for my channel anyways. Okay. So there's no concrete facts behind some of this shit that you'll find out, you know, if you're just kind of doing your theories, right? Because, I mean, how much can we really find out? Sometimes we can't find out all the answers that we want. Okay, we just have to theorize and then hope that it works out in our benefit if it's supposed to. So with Pandora's box, I feel like something is supposed to happen. Okay, there was a work cover-up. And whatever work means, there was a cover-up or is a cover-up right now that is about to change its fate, of course. Okay? Because magic is here now. And magic is one of those things, you have to believe in it. Even though you don't see anything, magic is believing that something will be seen. And for the most part, it usually does. If it's on the right path, it will work, okay? False evidence appearing real. So they could be, you know, something could be happening right now that's giving you some type of fear, like you have to give it up. You can't do it. Okay, so the energy wants you to panic. Okay, because there's obviously a vindictive energy blob around. Okay, and they know that something's in this Pandora's box. Like they know that something's there in your future, and they're worried about it because they don't want you to get it. Okay, that's what a lot of negative energies do. They will obsess over you, and the more they obsess, the more that they take your opportunities. Right? I swear, there was this one time, I had my heart set on this guy, just loved him to pieces, and no go, nothing. Wouldn't talk to me, wouldn't speak to me. I started dating somebody else, and which he didn't know about because nobody knew about it. It was very secretive, and it was almost like the weird thing is that he almost could like smell it, you know, that suddenly I wasn't available anymore. And the second that he knew I wasn't physically available anymore, he then wanted to ask me out. He then wanted his chance. And I remember having to talk to him and be like, I was available for like 2 years. Like 2 years. I followed you around. I fucking tried to be your friend. And like, I dedicated myself to people sometimes, okay? Especially if they're in the same, you know, food group, aka friends group, okay? I will dedicate putting my time and energy into somebody. I will. I did it with this married guy for fucking years, okay? I know because I built a friendship. I built friendships with people so then they trust me. Okay, because so many people can't be trusted out there. And I don't know if I can trust people. So I tried to build a friendship. I try to see if I can at least talk to them. Because if I can't talk to these guys, you think I'm going to sleep with them? You think I'm going to waste any time with them if I can't have a fucking conversation? If I can't talk to you, there's nothing. There's nothing. I don't even want to fucking look at you. I don't care what you even look like. Okay? And anyways, yeah, that was the moral of the story. I guess it's done. You know, you could like somebody and they know that your energy is on them. And then once you take your energy off, because then you put your energy onto somebody else or yourself, they feel that energy deplete and then suddenly they want it back. So now they're calling you, now they're messaging you, now they're trying to get a hold of you because they can feel that now your energy's not there anymore. Okay? It's the fear that they're going to lose you, even though they don't want you. The fear of losing is worse than having you. Like, that's fucked up. Lucky number 13. Now I have Building a Mystery in my head by Sarah McLachlan. Holding on and holding it in. Oh yeah, you're working on building a mystery. You're building a mystery. Honestly, you're building a mystery. People can't get to this mystery if they tried. Maybe you put the mystery in the box. Beautiful fucked up man, so careful when I'm in your arms, 'cause you're working on. I tell you, you're building a fucking mystery, and so shall it be. I always say, keep shit on the down low. You don't need to be talking about anybody about what you're doing, like fucking future plans, all this shit, unless those plans are already in existence and shit is already going. You don't need to be talking about it. Okay, because sometimes that's just not the way that the cookie crumbles, you know? Like, you want it to be physically attacked and spiritually attacked. Go talk about something before it even happens. Okay, honestly, do the experiment. Watch people fucking screw your dreams before you even get a chance to look at them. Okay, honestly. Negative energies are negative energies. Like the person who knows that they could have had you for so long and then senses when you leave because it's a game to them. How long can they tag you along? Pull the piece of string, you know? How long are you going to follow them fuck that. So all this time where you think, or they think that you're following them around, that you're obsessed with them, you're building this whole empire and they don't even know about it. So who's going to get the last laugh? Not them. That thinks you're following them around with all your spare time. Gossiping. This person could have been talking about you. You realize I'll talk about scenarios, I'll talk about analogies, I'll talk about situations that happen, but I will never say names, ever. Unless it is involved with my mother or my father, okay, or their significant others. I don't name bomb anybody, okay, because what my parents did, all of them, is so, it's never going to rectify itself. It's never going to get better. They crossed such a line that they deserve to be called out for what they did, right? Collective deserves to know what my parents were capable of doing simply because your parents were most likely capable of doing it. You know what I mean? If it lines up for collective, it gets said. But names don't get dropped. This person's dropping your name. And that's what sucks. Because there's a fine line of respect like this, when like I tell, stories about my sister and shit that she goes through and I'll tell her, I'll be like, you know what, I did mention you, or she'll say, when something happens to her, she'll be like, you can say that online if you want, like you can tell somebody that like that happened to me. I'd be like, really? Like that's okay to say? She'll be like, yeah, it's all right. Like if that's what that's what the reading brings up, like, what this person did or what that person did. Like, and I'll always say, like, if I say something about her and I drop her name, and if she got really mad, which she has never gotten mad at me for anything that I've ever talked about with her, but if she ever did, I would take the video down, right? Because I wouldn't ever want to say something that would deface my sister or dehumanize my sister in any way, right? Just trying to fill collective in on something that they might be going through, you know what I mean? Like, that's not the way that I work. I don't betray people, okay? But this person is like saying shit and putting your name right in it. And I mean, talk about disrespectful. It's one thing, if you want to talk shit, it's one thing to say, well, I know this person, well, I know this person, well, I know this person, tell the story, be done with it. There's another fucking whole other person that goes, well, I know this person, says the story, and then goes, you know who it is, and then says your fucking name. And it's so disrespectful, and it's so cocky, and it's so belittling, and it literally is dehumanizing to sit there and gossip about people when you're how old? Like I remember doing that in college. I remember doing that in high school, doing that when I was a kid, but I don't really remember doing that as an adult where I could literally sit there shit-talking somebody, telling a whole crowd of people what I know about this person just to get it going around town. Like, I don't think I've ever done that, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing is, telling about, especially, if you hear something funny, okay, like somebody shit their pants or like somebody, like had an accident or something like that, then that's funny. That's, that's not somebody, they might get embarrassed, but like if they did it, whatever, get over it. There's ways that you can gossip about people that doesn't make anybody look bad, that it is just kind of a crowd pleaser. And then there's a way that you're actually just fucking being a disrespectful piece of shit, and you fucking know you are. There's a complete difference, and they know it. They know that what you're doing is not what they're doing. They're not stupid. They want to act like they are. They want to act like they're babies. They want to act like they can't take responsibility for things, right? Oh, is mommy going to get you in trouble because you just fucking admitted that you backstabbed somebody? Honestly, it's like, I don't know, little children dating little children. No wonder 40, 50-year-olds date 20-year-olds because they're still fucking 20 years old, right? You date your frame of mind. And if you're an older person and your frame of mind is finding 20, 15-year-olds attractive, you may want to think about yourself. Because I thought of that myself, because I'm like 6 years younger than that guy that's dating somebody who's 20 years younger than him. I'm 6 years younger than him. And I thought to myself at 39, I couldn't even date a 25-year-old or even a 30-year-old. I couldn't probably even date anybody below my age. Okay. And I'm almost 40. There's a difference. I could never go into 20s. There was a guy, oh man, how old was he? He hit on me the other day. I think he's 24, 25. They were down visiting from somewhere. And he pulled the old, I forgot my keys. Is your apartment around town? And I looked at him like, I'm sorry, but if I was 16 and pregnant, you could be my kid. I'm just saying. So no, my apartment is not closed, and no, you cannot use my phone. Okay? Easy does it. He was a very attractive guy. I'm going to say very attractive, actually. I wouldn't even find a 25-year-old attractive. But this guy kind of was attractive, but not attractive enough to make me want to fucking sleep with him. Okay? Honestly. Like, you gotta use your mind, you know, you gotta really, like, think about shit, okay? Whoever this is, also think about the age group with somebody and age gap with people, you know, like, you want to get your shit talked about, go date a fucking 15-year-old because your shit's gonna get talked around town within a fucking day, okay? So whoever's talking about you, you know, you're about to make this, I think there's a reason why you left them in the past. There was a reason why they don't know about what you're doing because A, they couldn't be trusted. B, they're a little fucking gossip queen. And C, you didn't want to fuck it up, right? You didn't want to tell anybody about this. So shall it be. I don't fucking blame you. Okay. These people have a lot of conspiracy theories on what you're doing. They got a lot of theories on what you're doing. Okay. But they don't know shit about actually what it is you're doing. Okay, so consider yourself lucky that you are humble and can keep your mouth shut, because if you were friends with these people, whatever it is that's about to come through wouldn't come through. I can probably almost guarantee you that. Like, people won't fuck around with drama queens. No, not the serious ones. Just like you, if you're a serious person, you're not going to fuck around with a bunch of drama queens, because you know those drama queens are the things that are going to be what makes you lose your business. Idiot. I don't know if I shuffled, but this card was on the bottom of the deck for a while. Okay, and I gotta take it out. It's a harsh card, but honestly, we do call people idiots sometimes when they are being fucking idiots. Okay, if you can't call yourself an idiot when you're acting like a fucking fool, then you know you gotta check yourself. Okay, people need to learn to check themselves before they wreck themselves, because somebody is fighting your energy and they can't get anywhere near you. They're better off to be fighting a fucking ghost. They're better off to be fighting a fucking mirror, because they can't get anywhere near you. So whatever it is they're trying to do, okay, they're trying to do something out of fear of losing you when, honey, you're already gone. Okay, so just know that. They're afraid of losing you and you're already gone. And that's when the twist of events come. And then we got the compass on the bottom of the deck and the hangman, where I feel like somebody is going to be guided towards something else and getting out of this hangman energy, right? And because, like, sometimes, I mean, when we're making plans, we're talking. When we're ready to make those plans go into action, we're now walking. We're walking what we're talking. Okay, you might get into a situation where you've been walking. Guess what? Now you got to talk. So now you got to stop. It's very hard to walk and talk at the same time. Okay, you can do it, obviously, but you get tired. You get exhausted, right? You're using more air, more wind than what you need, especially if it's a power walk. Good luck, okay? If it's a nice breezy walk, you can probably fucking talk for the whole time. But this is a time where Spirit is going to say, in order for you to stop fighting the energy, you have to stop in general. Put the energy into yourself. Put the energy into the box where nobody can touch it, okay? They can talk all they want. They only can say so much. They don't know, okay? And, like, sometimes, honestly, if you're about to blow up, or, like, if your social media is getting good or your business is getting good, then realize that there is going to be negativity that comes along with that. You need to take the negativity with the positive, because you're never going to get one without the other. Okay, so the negative, don't let the negative take you down. Allow the negative to see what it is you're doing wrong and where you can expand and grow. Because negativity comes from people, you know, trying to critique and make sure that what you're doing is perfect. Not that saying that anything is truly perfect, but you can sure work on it enough where you feel like you're a master of your craft. Okay, and you can become a master of your craft. But you're not going to be able to become a master if you're listening to what everybody's saying about you. on the bottom of the deck. That sucks. Because that makes it seem like somebody put a hex on you by backstabbing you and talking shit about you all the time. They hexed you. Okay, people don't understand. There's Dana Scully evidence. There's actual evidence out there in whatever town or fucking community you're in of people talking shit about you. Okay, and they think they know what they're talking about. They don't. They think they're putting out facts out there. They're not. Okay, it's gossip. Gossip is what it is. It's fucking lukewarm water. If you want to drink that on a hot day, you go right ahead. But it's not something I want to fucking drink. That's like piss water. Okay, so there might come a time where, incoming, where you got to chill. And you got to chill because the energy around you's got to get moving again. So then you can get walking again. Obviously, this was some type of beef you had to even more. Because someone's fear of losing you when you're already gone. And it's ironic. You can feel when somebody leaves a relationship. Mentally, you can feel it. So, watch your relationships on the people that have mentally checked out. Don't go talking to them about shit. Because all they want to do is go gossip about it. They just want to go talk to people about it. That's not hatred. That's obsession. People need to learn what hate is. You truly hate something. You don't talk about it all day. You talk about something all day you're obsessed with. Obsession isn't hatred, because you wouldn't hate something you were obsessed with. People got to think about that shit, So, Ace of fucking Cups on the bottom of the deck. 10206. Love it. Give yourself this big old cup. And who gives a fuck what anybody says, what anybody does? If you got an idea or you got something that you want to do it. Don't talk to anybody about it, especially the people that you think are your friends or you want some advice. If you need some advice, talk to professionals, not your friends. Unless your friends are professionals and whatever it is that you're trying to get into, even still, I'm sure that there were professionals that they talk to as well. Right? Talk to the big guys, talk to the pros, talk to the people that have been doing it for 10, 15 years, 20 years. Not the little pussies that just came out and fucking don't even know what it is that you're talking about, trying to give you advice on where to start. No, because you know what that sounds like? Somebody trying to control your business from the ground up. Okay? All right, well, I'm going to peace out. That's it. I got to crank the air conditioning and get this fucking door open again. And yeah, thanks for watching. Ha! You didn't understand some of what I was saying, Lauren, or you don't understand the world? Chill out, girl. Oh, you talking about your anxiousness? Fucking anxiety, man. It's a bitch. Oh, yeah, I know. The fucking world on... Oh, you talking about the comments and stuff? Yeah. Honestly, people are so mean. They are so mean, but you know what? Always remember, they're sitting on their couch judging a world from their phone. Moves that people are doing. Actions that people are doing while they're sitting there commenting. But always, like I said, there always are good messages too, lean on the good messages, because the good messages, the bad messages are the people that want you to stop doing it because they're jealous of what you're doing. Right? Like, they're jealous. If they could fucking lift a finger, they would. They wouldn't be handing out hate everywhere if they actually liked their life. Okay, so honestly, don't fall, keep flying. All right, turn that porn industry upside down, Lauren. I know you can do it. Do shit that women don't usually do. Go missionary style. Anyways, I am gonna cut it out. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the new people. Thank you for everything. Thank you for liking this. Personal readings, I'll put in the description box below. And yeah, thank you for being here, everybody. Stay safe, stay cool, be nice, love everybody that you can. Word to your mothers, all right? Be good.